Karen and I talked about endorsing Governor Christie, and at this point, we're supporting him, and we'll both be tomorrow, speaking to folks up there about why.
Do you vote for the Republican nominee in November, no matter who it is?
We have a long way to go between now and November, and a lot's going to happen between now and November. I'm going to continue to promote the idea that, and Karen will as well, that we want the nominee of the party to be somebody who can prove, who has a demonstrated track record that they can work with others, including those they may not agree with all the time, to pursue a common agenda on behalf of the people of the country.
Would you vote for Donald Trump?
Like I said, we have a long way to go between here and there.
Governor, how much of this endorsement has to do with loyalty to Governor Christie, given how much he did to help your campaigns for governor? I mean, we've seen some of your political mentors like Bill Wells or candidates like Jeb Bush, but you obviously have a connection to Christie. Is this about loyalty?
Well, I certainly would say that I've known Governor Christie for 5 years, and Karen got to know him a bit during the campaign in 2014, and I've talked to him a bunch of times since taking office. And he called me when the storm was coming up. The first storm last January was coming up the coast, and said, based on my experience with Sandy, my experience with these types of things before, here's some things you should be thinking about. And I really appreciate the fact that he's been somebody who has reached out to me at various points along the way and just said, look, this is, based on my experience, this is something we should be thinking about, and here's how I would advise you. And some of that advice I took, some of it I didn't, but I very much appreciate the fact that he was somebody who took a real interest, not just in the political aspect of all this, but in helping Karen and me succeed in governing here.
Governor, given Governor Christie's positions on the Democratic Party's already bringing this out, defunding Planned Parenthood, climate change, Wall Street reform, so many significant ways in which you guys differ. Was this a difficult decision for you in some ways, knowing that not all your constituents are going to be on board with that?
Well, I obviously, and I have said this before, I have different points of view on many issues associated with the policies and the positions that have been taken by the people who are running for president on both sides. And I am a strong and aggressive supporter of marriage equality. I've been pro-choice for virtually my whole adult life. I support Planned Parenthood. I mean, Karen and I have both made clear that climate change is a fundamental fact of life and something that we've been working with our administration and with the legislature and with others to pursue solutions on. But as I said, for us, the big issue here, the litmus test is, can you demonstrate an ability to work with people you don't agree with, to get stuff done that matters to your constituents? And on this one, I think Governor Christie has a very strong track record.